Hello there, folks. We were supposed to start 1 minute ago, but we had a little technical issues. Had to restart this window. All right. Long story short, well, actually, a short story shorter. The new Canon camera camcorder said to run the battery all the way down to 0 and then recharge it. That way you'll get an accurate how many minutes remaining on it. And I noticed it was a little off. It said it would be off the first time because it was saying I had 7 minutes left, but it only gave me 2 minutes 32 seconds on this review. Today, this morning, I'm looking at Humboldt Low and Easy lager, and there's the beach with rocks and the Pacific Ocean and a hummingbird. I get hummingbirds in my yard sometimes, usually during the summer. 4.2% alcohol. You say, well, that's a regular old light lager beer like Bud Light, Busch Light, Miller Light, Coors Light, Milwaukee's Best Light, Pabst Light, etc. That was my thinking, and I said, man, I paid $1.99 for this at the 504 Craft Beer Reserve on U.S. Highway 61, Tulane Avenue in New Orleans, Louisiana. Nothing on the Humboldt website. So apparently this was introduced in 2016 and quickly pulled. This is the first video review for this beer in the world. The written reviews are very few. There's not enough on Beer Advocate nor on Rate Beer to give it even an average score. So I said, wow, this is strange. I'm glad I got it. Beautiful bottle, nice cap. We get a large amount of Humboldt beers in Louisiana. Now, this is where things started to get weird when I did my recording and then I had to redo it. Look at that. It had a pretty thick off-white head. Look at that thick lacing around. Okay, right there, that's telling you that's not like your typical light beer. It's more gold than your typical macro lager. Okay, take the hat off. To get the shadow out. Well, guess it won't because it's coming from outside. Should be facing the camera this way, right? Here at 8:03 a.m. Central Time. It's much cloudier than your standard light lager, and there's sediment galore and tan sediment throughout. Now, I noticed when I poured the beer, there was a film at the bottom. I said, wait a minute. This is telling me something. I smelled it. Okay. I'm picking up that pungent sourdough aroma, some iron, some cream cheese. I said, oh, the red alert went off. I said, land beer, Keller beer, Zwickel. Uh-oh. Like the one I had from Bayern in Germany, that area called Franconia. And it threw me off so much because I said I never had a beer that tasted like iron and cream cheese, you know. It was so strange. But these are the kind of things you got to get used to. It's so less filtered than a normal beer. It's a dirty martini, right? It's the dirty martini of lager beer. It's so rich in the aroma, so sweet in the aroma. If you gave this to a Bud Light drinker or an old Milwaukee Light drinker, right? Or a Miller Light drinker or a Miller High Life drinker, they would be repelled by it, I think. But maybe they would say, wait, this is what I've always been waiting for in beer. Everything I've always wanted in beer and more. The flavor, rich, and that's got that iron, that metallic. Where does that come from? This I do not know. Is it a character of the Zwickel land beer, Keller beer? Yes. Such rich, sweet, syrupy barley malt. This is not your typical Euro lager. If you're thinking along the lines of Grolsch, Heineken, Golden Pheasant, get those thoughts out of your head. Will you see this beer? I do not know. I've only seen it at that one place, the 504 Craft Beer Reserve. And was $1.99 for the single, probably $9.99 for the 6-pack. Okay, you're gonna pay more for the single, but oh well, you try it. The mouthfeel is medium, high medium. The finish is fairly crisp. It's very refreshing because I'm thirsty. It's enjoyable, but it is different. It is not run of the mill. It is not ho hum. This is unique. This is a more erudite lager beer. Now, if you're into super clean beers, this is not gonna probably be for you. If you don't mind the dirty aspects of it, then you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna like it. I don't know why it was so quickly pulled from the market. Maybe there was some miscommunication to the consumer. I don't know. I'm gonna read those reviews. They didn't look too favorable according to the scores. But if you know what to expect, and I did not know what to expect, I'm thinking, you know, I'm thinking Coors Light, and I'm getting something much more profound. Now, at 4.2% alcohol, it is not what you would say particularly profound. I mean, profound relative to Coors Light or Miller Lite, especially Coors Light, which is lighter in its presentation. Well, hey, you know what? This is an A beer, an A, most excellent. How could you go lower than an A? I can't see how. Now I regret not buying the 6-pack, I think. Oh boy, I wish I had the camera ready to go. But hey, we're doing it live on air. What can we do? What can we do? So if you see this beer, and chances are you never will, I would recommend it without any reservations. But you got to like metal. After you drink this beer, you're going to want to go listen to British Steel. Well, it's got even more character. Maybe you want to listen to Caress of Steel. Yeah, it's more of a Caress of Steel type item, because why you have to die to be a hero. Look, this is an exciter, so you will stand up for exciter. Enough of that. So Le Bon Temps Relais, a most excellent beer, and I'm so delighted because I was expecting run-of-the-mill or maybe even upper-level mediocrity. Oh, no, no, no. Not the case. If unique is what you seek, don't be a freak. Go get it. But then, of course, you may not find it. Now, you want to see something really weird? Do you want to see something really weird? What did I hear you say? You do want to see somebody, Jerry Ford, the beer review guy, said he could smell the church's spicy fried chicken over the internet. So I'm pretty sure I could have heard, I could hear you saying yes. Well, I have even more shocking news for you. I bought this in this town on US Highway 61. Something about US Highway 61. You can drive along this highway and buy the most oddball items from New Orleans all the way to Minnesota. Beams 8-star. You say Beams, that's some kind of knockoff thing trying to associate themselves with Jim Beam. Well, in fact, it is made by Jim Beam. Oh, this beautiful bottle of sadness, this classy plastic bottle. When it gets to this level, I cannot resist. You say, but that's camo. You're at Four Loko. If it's the stranger it is, the less I can resist. Kentucky whiskey, a blend. Yeah, it's a blend. Frankfort, Kentucky, USA, and Claremont, Kentucky. Kentucky Springs Distilling Company. You know, one of those false legal fiction companies. Looked on the Jim Beam website. You'll never see this referenced on there. But being the alcohol detective that I am, I said, okay. I looked at the bottom of the Jim Beam website and it says Beam Suntory, the corporate website. I clicked there. Okay, now they're going to showcase all their items, Jim Beam, Courvoisier, and all the other 1,000 brands of beer, whiskey, and wine. But I clicked on the area that said our portfolio, and there's a section, all brands. It's a PDF file. It'll bring up just an incredible amount. There it was, Beam's 8-star. I said, they make it. They don't acknowledge it necessarily. I mean, they do there. They're telling you, yeah, he's one of our relatives, but we keep him locked up in the attic with chains. Saw this 375 milliliter plastic bottle at a local store here, and I saw the big one, you know, the 1.5 liter plastic jug at Dorgnax. Yeah, you know, Dorgnax, they'll sell that. And then they'll turn around and sell Remy Martin Louis XIII for $3,995. So they cover all the price points. You say, well, that was very shocking, and I have to do my research. Yeah, Beam's 8-star. And I have this other item. In case you wanted to avoid limiting yourself to the dark underbelly of the alcohol world, maybe you would like to try Kentucky Dale blended whiskey. Oh, look at this beautiful plastic bottle. Kentucky Dale. Well, well, well. You say, I'm not familiar with this brand. Yeah, it's made by the Sazerac Company. You know, the people that make Pappy Van Winkle 23-year for $125 a bottle. Hey, they can't just target the lawyers and the doctors. They got to target the people that live under the freeway, the elevated expressway. And we have Kentucky Dale. What do I know about this? Well, I know nothing except that it's made by the Sazerac Company in Kentucky. And where is the headquarters of the Sazerac Company? You guessed it, right here in the New Orleans area in Metairie, Louisiana, on North Causeway Boulevard. Their chief executive officer, their owner is William Goldring. You got it, Tulane University. It's all, you know, intertwined. That is a whole nother world. Anyway, thank you for watching this Humboldt Low and Easy review. If you see it, I beg you to try it. I plead with you. I just implore you in every way to try it. Now I got to write my written review. Y'all come on down to New Orleans. Yes, the University of New Orleans Privateers. Is there a connection? Yeah, there is. Thank you. Bye. Goodbye, y'all. You hear?